To make a foil cat, you'll need a hot glue gun, a pencil, scissors, and aluminum foil. It's also helpful to have a picture of a cat, whether it's a photograph you've taken or something you've printed from online. There are 3 steps to making a cat. First, I take a piece of foil and I sort of make the outer skin of it with the limbs, the tail, and the back of the head and the ears. Then after I form that completely, then I take some more foil and I form the head and the body, and that goes inside of here. And then I use small strips of foil and a glue gun to complete the form. To make this outer part of the cat, you'll need a piece of foil that is 12 inches long. So first you'll start by making the shapes that will form the limbs, the head, and the tail. So right about here, about a hand width, I'm going to rip down like that. And same thing on this side. This is going to be the head. These will be the 2 front legs. On the other side of the foil, I'm going to tear a line that's a little bit thinner, less wide than the head. And another one right here. This will be the tail. These will be the 2 back legs. So the way I start each leg is I fold it like that. And then when I form my hand around it, I'm not squeezing like this. I'm squeezing because I want to make a roundish leg. So very gently, I'm squeezing this together. You can see there's a little bit of space in between the 2 layers, and very gently, just sort of crimping it. We're just getting the basic shapes right now. You're not really modeling it yet to look like anything. Same thing with the tail. Just gently squeeze like that. So now I've done the legs, all 4 legs, the tail. Now I'm going to do the head. So for the head, I fold this in half, like so. And then I'm going to make the shapes for the ears. So this is one ear, that's the other. I sort of fold it like that, and like that. The next step is to take an 18-inch long piece of foil, and you're going to kind of squeeze it about here, and this part will be the head, this will be the underbelly, and this will help bulk up the skin that we made of the cat. For the next step, you'll need your hot glue gun, the outside of the cat, the inside of the cat, and your pencil. So I'm going to put the inside of the cat, put the head here inside, there's the ears, and I'm going to squeeze what I have so far onto this form that I put on the inside. And again, just gently turning it around as I work so I can look at the form that I'm making. And I'm just sort of checking the proportions that I have. Making sure the body and the head look about right. The next step is you want to hot glue this form inside of here. So that's stuck in there pretty well. I'm just going to do the sides right here. So when I press the foil into the form, I use a pencil. Otherwise, you could burn your fingers. You don't want to do that. So that's on there nice and tight. Okay, so the next step is to take your foil strips that that you have right here, and you can just hand tear them. You don't need to use scissors. When I start using a strip, I put a little bit of glue at the end like this. And you can either use your pencil or your thumb there. And then I wrap the foil. You can sort of move this leg out of your way. I wrap the foil around, and I'm squeezing it as I go so it's not too loose. So now I've bulked up my legs. They look a little better, but I do want to glue this in here better. So I'm going to open that up a bit and put some hot glue in there. The next step is to look at the proportions and see if you need to make these legs shorter, which I do. I want to make them all the same length. I'm putting my scissors right here so I know the length of that leg and making this one shorter so they're the exact same length. Now we're going to work on the head. I want to glue the ears and the back of the head onto this form. So this face is looking pretty good. You're not going to get a lot of detail with foil. So as long as I have the proportions right, that's really more what I'm concerned with. So again, I'm looking at it from all sides. Now that I'm looking at it for a bit, I'm realizing that the legs need to be a bit shorter. So I'll clip that off. Now I want to work on this part right here. So cats, usually where their belly is a lot narrower than around the shoulders. And I want to sort of curve the back. So I'm going to work on adding more foil here and making this smooth and curved. I've gotten pretty far with the cat. I feel like I need to add a little bit of bulk right here to make this leg look better. So I'm going to hot glue these little chunks of foil. I have two that are about the same size, and then I'm going to use the strips to cover that. At this point, I'm going to work on the feet and posing the cat to see how it looks. So here's our finished foil cat. I've posed it, I changed the tail a little bit. Now you can leave it like this, or you could take some paper mache strips and cover the cat and paint it for a more realistic look.